Now let's move on to part 5. Turn to page 42 in your book. You'll notice on page 42 we'll start with the diminished chord. I promised earlier that I was going to show you how to form the diminished chord and the augmented chord of any particular chord. So here we're illustrating the A. Now the diminished chord is a form of a minor chord. So we'll start with the minor, and you're just going to move fingers 2 and 5 1/2 step down. That's A minor. That's A diminished. A minor, A diminished. You can read about it there. Now in reality, I do not recall ever playing a diminished or an augmented chord in real life, but you could run across it, so you need to know how to play it. For the augmented, I'm going to illustrate with the C. Now, the augmented starts from a major chord, so to use the same 2 fingers, the 2 and the 5, just move them up 1/2 step. So here's the C, C augmented, C, C augmented, C, C augmented. Of course, you can play that anywhere. C, C augmented, C, C augmented. Now again, the diminished is a form of a minor, so if you want to play the C diminished, you do the same thing. Just move the 2 and the 5 finger 1/2 step down. C, 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 C. And you can do that with any chord. You start with the minor. If you're going to play the diminished, move the 2 and the 5 fingers 1/2 step down. Or if you're going to play the augmented, start with the major chord, move the 2, 5 fingers 1/2 step up. And that's it for the diminished and the augmented. So let's move on to what I believe is probably the most important and the most common chord enhancement, and that is the 7th. So turn over with me to page 44, and it is again extremely easy to form with this method. Same procedure applies to both major and minor chords and consists simply of adding the note that is a 7th above the root. So the way I do that with this method, it is super easy. You'll move the 6th finger 1 whole step down. 6th finger 1 whole step down. So again, we're illustrating here with the C. Let me show you what that would look like. If you're playing a C chord, and if you want to form the 7th, just move the 6th finger 1 whole step down. If you play it lower, it sounds like this. And you'll notice it's a preparation chord. It almost has to lead to another chord. So the 7th is very, very common. I play it all the time. Again, notice that the 6th finger, that's the pinky of the right hand, moves 2 1/2 steps or 1 whole step to the left. The procedure is the same for every major and minor chord. So before we try this in a song, why don't you practice playing the 7th of all 12 major chords and all 12 minor chords. So take a few minutes and do that, and then we'll be back and play a song. Now look with me in the middle of page 44. Let's play these chords, C, F, G7, and C, and you'll hear how the 7th chord kind of leads you home. Almost kind of leads you back to home. In this case, C is home. I want to play Auld Lang Syne now to illustrate that. We're going to add the 7th chord in here. You hear how that G7 kind of leads you home. So the 7th chord, very common. Practice that. Take some time and practice it with all the different chords. The next thing we're going to look at is the major 7th chord on page 45 of your book. Major 7th is very common. It has a very unique sound, a very pleasant sound, a smooth sound. This is super easy. All you do is move your 6th finger 1/2 step down. This is used only with major chords. So let's try it with the C major chord. You just move 6th finger 1/2 step down. So this is major, major 7th. So take some time, try that with all the different chords. Now let's play this chord progression, what we call a chord progression. We'll start with the C major, go to the F. From C major 7 to F major 7. Unique, smooth sound. So again, practice all the different chords, practice some chord progressions. When we come back, we're going to look at the suspended chord, also very common. So I'll see you next time. God bless you.